Donald Trump is panicking as the war in Iran is spiraling out of control. The U.S. aircraft carrier USS Gerald Ford experienced a very serious fire today that originated in the laundry spaces. According to our military, this was not combat related, but 2 sailors are being medically treated and are apparently in stable condition. You currently see smoke rising near the U.S. consulate in Erbil in northern Iraq. We have new footage showing the moment where the Marshall Island flagged cargo ship, which is actually a U.S.-owned ship, was struck by an Iranian unmanned surface vehicle off the coast of Basra last night. I'll show you what that looked like here. Let's play this clip. And oil prices right now are surging. The market is tanking right now. And here's what Donald Trump is posting this morning. He's saying that it is a very good thing that oil prices are surging. Very good that you are going to be paying a lot more money to fill up your car because that means America is getting richer, Donald Trump says. And this was his plan all along. He wants there to be higher oil prices. This is what he writes. The United States is the largest oil producer in the world by far. So when oil prices go up, we make a lot of money. But of far greater interest and importance to me as president is stopping an evil empire, Iran, from having nuclear weapons and destroying the Middle East and indeed the world. I won't ever let that happen, exclamation point. Thank you for your attention to this matter, Donald J. Trump. Well, Donald, it seems like you've now destroyed the Middle East. You've destroyed all of our alliances in the Middle East. All of these Arab nations are under attack right now. You have engulfed essentially the entire world in this war right now. You are blowing up elementary schools in Iran and then trying to cover it up. By the way, our top military officers testified in the United States Senate today, and they admitted today, I'm going to do another video of this on 11:30, General Grenkowicz, okay, the top allied supreme commander in Europe, admitted the United States hit that elementary school. So cut out the cover-ups. Donald Trump and his regime continue to kill civilians in Iran as Hegseth talks about lethality and kill everyone and rain death from the sky. You, Donald Trump, are to blame for the disasters taking place in the world. Now, Donald Trump also posted the following this morning. The Iran national soccer team is welcome to the World Cup, but I really don't believe it is appropriate that they be there for their own life and safety. Thank you for your attention to this matter, Donald J. Trump. So Donald Trump is threatening the life of the Iran national soccer team. So Donald Trump has blown up an elementary school in Iran, killing 150 little girls and 185 people in that attack. Thousands of civilians in Iran have died. Donald Trump called all the Iranian people menacing. He's called the Iranian people nasty. There have been attacks on the energy grids, the desalination facilities, the oil depots in Iran, basically turning Iran's skies into a nuclear winter. Now you're threatening to kill their soccer team if they come to the United States, or for those not in America, their football team. If they come to the United States, you are just forcing the Iranian people to rally around the new Ayatollah and allow the regime there to get more control. Like, what are you doing? I mean, we have the dumbest, most idiotic, vilest piece of trash in the Oval Office right now, destroying the United States. And by the way, the United States is getting mocked on social media by China, by Iran. Iran is just mocking Donald Trump and his regime right now. Here's what Iran posted in the Iran embassy in The Hague. This is their official Iranian account at The Hague. This is what they posted. In memory of the 168 innocent school children of Manab, Iran, whose lives were cruelly taken by the most evil people on earth. Their names may fade from the headline, but they must never fade from our conscience. Here's what the Iranian regime just posted. Play this clip.
We have no issue with civilians.
Why did you attack the Manab school?
Go on, lie, 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 lie. We didn't hit the Manab school. America doesn't have Tomahawk missiles at all. We care deeply about the Iranian people.
And by the way, here's what the Chinese embassy in the US just posted as well, mocking Donald Trump and his regime. So while Donald Trump is preparing for his visit to go to China and to see Xi Jinping so Donald Trump can bend the knee to Xi Jinping and Donald Trump can see all of the Chinese soldiers, and that'll make Donald Trump feel tough, as Donald Trump's already sold out all of our Asian allies as well, right? Not only have we sold out our Middle East allies, not only has Donald Trump attacked NATO, he sold out all of our Asian allies, right? He's taken the THAAD missiles away, and he's taken away the Patriot systems. He's taken all of those away from South Korea. He's not giving the military aid that was promised to Taiwan. And here's what they're doing in China. Here, let's play it.
Oh no!
Let me keep everyone safe.
Sounds great. Maybe not.
Now, there we go. Relax. Sometimes security comes with a little control.
How much time, money, and energy have you spent on health, wellness, and beauty products to look and feel younger and healthier? If you're like me, probably too much. Now, I'm so excited to share with you guys C15 from Fatty 15, the first emerging essential fatty acid to be discovered in more than 90 years. Now, it's an incredible scientific breakthrough to support our long-term health and wellness, and you guessed it, healthy aging. Fatty 15 co-founder Dr. Stephanie Van Watson, she discovered the benefits of C15 while working with the US Navy to continually improve the health and welfare of aging dolphins. Now, based on over 100 studies, we now know that C15 strengthens our cells and is a key to healthy aging nutrient, which helps to slow biological aging at the cellular level. Now, in fact, when our cells don't have enough C15, they become fragile and age faster. And when our cells age, our bodies age too. So Fatty 15 is a science-backed, award-winning, patent 100% pure C15 supplement. It's vegan-friendly, free of flavors, allergens, or preservatives. Fatty 15 has 3 times more cellular benefits than omega-3s or fish oil. I love Fatty 15. I've personally seen the benefits. Definitely check this stuff out. Best of all, Fatty 15 comes in a gorgeous reusable glass bamboo jar, and refills are shipped right to your door. Now, Fatty 15 is on a mission to optimize your C15 levels to help support your long-term health and wellness, now especially as you age. You can get an additional 15% off their 90-day subscription starter kit by going to fatty15.com/Meidas and using code Meidas at checkout.
Now, I'll just show you what the scenes look like right now in Beirut in Lebanon. This is the aftermath of the overnight Israeli strikes on Beirut's southern suburbs. This is the suburban area right here, which has been reduced to absolute rubble by the Israeli army. This is their suburbs right here. So it's not just like their military bases. You could take a look at that for yourself. U.S. intelligence is also indicating that Iran's leadership is still largely intact and is not at risk of collapse anytime soon, after nearly 2 weeks of relentless bombardment by Israel and the United States, according to 3 sources familiar with the matter who spoke to Reuters. Also, we now know the cost of this war, over $11 billion a week. And I think that is a small estimate. $11 billion in the first week, and the U.S. has never looked weaker right now. I'll show you what General Grinkowicz had to say. He's the U.S. Allied Supreme Commander for NATO in Europe. Here's what he describes as what he's observed as a student of war: when you attack civilian populations, when you blow up elementary schools, in addition to being crimes against humanity. Let's be very clear of the human aspect of this as well. Let's speak with moral clarity as well. But when you do that also, you rally people against you. Here's what General Grinkowicz said. Here, play this clip.
In the war, And what I've observed over the course of studying air power in history is that anytime you attack a civilian population, you usually end up finding that it just hardens their resolve. We take this all the way back to the London Blitz in World War II. Right. The Brits just had a stiff upper lip and kept on fighting. And I think that's what we've seen in Ukraine as well.
And so we also know that one of the big allies of Iran right now is Russia. Russia and China are helping Iran because this is one of the greatest things for Russia and China, weakening the United States like never before, reordering a global world order with America as weak. That's what's happening before. Do you see it? I've been warning about this since Trump took office, with Trump's tariffs against the world, a reordering of a world order with America, not as a leader, but America as this kind of weak pariah state. Well, right now, it's happening in fast forward right now, and Russia and China are feasting. They see blood. They see weakness in Donald Trump. They see the guy who's bankrupted everything. They see a lifelong loser, a Republican sycophantic establishment surrounding Donald Trump. They see loser, 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 and they are preying on this loser. That's what's going on right now in fast forward. And so while Russia and China are helping Iran, Russia sent its envoys to meet with Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner in Miami to talk about further economic cooperation and Russia becoming an ally with the United States and how they can work better together. Not the U.S. standing up to Russia right now for killing our troops. Maybe we should focus on that, or targeting America or helping Iran in the Middle East attack our allies and attack the United States. Maybe that's what the conversation should have been about, or maybe about Ukraine and getting Russia to get out of Ukraine and stop its invasion. No. The head of Russia's direct investment fund, Kirill Dmitriev, he was there with Yushakov, left Miami, Florida yesterday following talks with U.S. Special Envoy Witkoff and Kushner. And according to the Kremlin press service, the talks centered around increased economic cooperation as reports abound that the Trump administration is mulling a further walkback of sanctions on Russian oil, because we've already walked back a lot of sanctions on Russian oil, and other economic deals with Russia. That's what the Trump regime is focused on. Also, in his first message to the Iranian people following his appointment as the supreme leader to the Islamic Republic of Iran, Ayatollah Mojaba stated that Iran will continue to use its leverage over the Strait of Hormuz. By the way, they've shot like 14 ships in total, like 3 the other day, 3 the day before that, Strait of Hormuz, and introduced the possibility that Iran could open up other fronts where the enemy has little experience and will be vulnerable. He thanked his regional proxy forces for their support against the West. Also, there was a video call with the heads of state for all members of the G7 on Wednesday, where French President Emmanuel Macron just lost it. He declared publicly what others had been saying privately: no one can tell what Donald Trump wants to do or what the hell he's doing right there. No one has any clue. And so Macron just got on the call and just started yelling, what the hell are you even doing here? What's the plan? What is all of this for? NATO Ambassador Matthew Whitaker was on state regime media, which calls itself Fox. You'll see on the bottom right, the markets are absolutely tanking right now. And here's what Whitaker said about the Russians providing support to Iran. Play this clip.
Ambassador, Russia reported giving Iran specific advice on drone tactics. The Russians seem to be really helping the Iranians. The Russians seem to be winning in this situation so far. Would you dispute that?
Well, a couple things is, there's no indication that we can talk about publicly that the Russians are participating with the Iranians. And in fact, Steve Witkoff has said that the Russians told him that they are not. But even if they are, it's certainly not helpful, because the Iranians are getting their butts kicked by the United States.
Here's what Donald Trump's Energy Secretary Chris Wright said about the false post that he made on social media saying that the U.S. Navy was escorting ships in the Strait of Hormuz, which was false, which manipulated the markets when the U.S. doesn't have those capabilities at all. And ships are being destroyed frequently right now in the Strait of Hormuz. Play this clip.
Question for you is, There was the X post the other day that came from the Department of Energy that talked about a ship safely going through the Strait of Hormuz. That wasn't true. It caused a lot of market disruption. People lost some money. That tweet was deleted. As the Secretary of Energy, what have you done to make sure that that doesn't happen again? Are you going to personally approve those posts?
Yes, I will. And yeah, that is a miscommunication in our department. I take full ownership of that as the person in charge of the department. Very unfortunate. It will not happen again.
Secretary Chris Wright, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks, Dana.
But Chris Wright wants you to know this is short-term pain for long-term gain, everybody. That's what it is. Short-term pain for long-term gain. Here, play this clip.
Ops. So we're going to release 172 million barrels and swap it for more than 200 million barrels that'll be back in the reserve within a year. So ultimately, this is going to help us fill the reserve, but we need the oil in the short term for a short-term pain for long-term gain.
Well, there you have it, folks. Let me know what you think about all of this. We're almost at 7 million subscribers already. Let's get to 7 million subscribers fast. Hit subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching and have a good one.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.